Part 4, Cutting to Chases. Quote, Tavers, in 1999, charged the synonymic language of trance in the American Christian traditions, which is power or presence or an indwelling of God, or Christ, or the Spirit, or spirits. Typical expressions include, personal quote, the indwelling of the Spirit, that's Jonathan Edwards. The witness of the Spirit, that's John Wesley. The power of God, early American Methodists. Being filled with the Spirit of the Lord, early Adventists. Communing with spirits, spiritualists. The Christ within, New Thought. Streams of holy fire and power, Methodist holiness. A religion of the Spirit and power, the Emmanuel movement. And the baptism of the Holy Spirit, early Pentecostals. Taver's well-referenced book on trance charts the experience of Anglo-American Protestants and those who left the Protestant movement, beginning with the transatlantic awakening in the early 18th century and ending with the rise of the psychology of religion and the birth of Pentecostalism in the early 20th century. This book focuses on a class of seemingly involuntary acts alternately explained in religious and secular terminology. These involuntary experiences include uncontrolled bodily movements, fits, bodily exercises, falling as dead, convulsions, spontaneous vocalizations, crying out, shouting, speaking in tongues, unusual sensory experiences, trances, visions, voices, clairvoyance, out-of-body experiences, and alteration of consciousness and memory, dreams, mediumistic trance, hypnosis, possession, alternating personalities. Listen up, listen up. These interpretations often include statements about contact with supernatural or spiritual beings, about receiving new information as a revelation, also religion-related explanations of subsequent change of values, attitudes, and behaviors, e.g., in case of religious conversions. Listen up, listen up. Benevolent, neutral, or malevolent trances may be induced intentionally, spontaneously, and or accidentally by different methods. Stop. Bingo. Surely you can see how a Christian military order with psych ops knowledge, a quest for world domination, and a thirst for wickedness would attempt to get their hands on a mass hypnosis and possession assistance wonder weapon. Don't you? What are the odds all of this information is some way connected and they not be somehow connected? Now let's make this snake bite its tail by going back to our original neuro-linguistic programming article, shall we? Under as a quasi-religion, letting the beat rock. Quote, sociologists and anthropologists, amongst others, have categorized NLP as a quasi-religion belonging to the New Age and or human potential movements. Medical anthropologist Jean M. Langford categorized NLP as a form of folk magic. To Langford, NLP is akin to a centristic folk religion, personal quote, that attempts to wed the magic of folk practice to the science of professional medicine. Listen up, listen up. Bandler and Grinder were, and continue to be, influenced by the Bandler and Grinder were, and continue to be, influenced by the shamanism described in the books of Carlos Castaneda. Ty, 1994, categorized NLP as a type of, personal quote, psycho-shamanism. Hunt, 2003, draws a comparison between the concern with lineage from an NLP guru and the concern with guru lineage of some Eastern religions. Listen up, listen up. In Alpers and Hartman, 2010, I'm just going to call him the B-Man. The B-Man identifies NLP as a New Age psycho-religion and uses NLP as a case study to demonstrate the thesis that the New Age psycho-religions such as NLP are predicated on an intrinsically religious idea, namely concerned with the transcendent other. I'll tell you. Listen up, listen up. The B-Man argues, personal quote, through particular practices, the NLP practitioner, quote, psycho-religious practitioners expect to achieve self-perfection in a never-ending transformation of the self. The B-Man's secular critiques of NLP is echoed in the conservative Christian perspective of the New Age as represented by Jeremiah, who argues that, personal quote, the transformation recommended by the founders and leaders of these business seminars, such as NLP, has spiritual implications that a non-Christian or new believer may not recognize. Example, video translation, ladies and gentlemen. The government has weaponized how to persuade you through hypnosis, sorceries to commune and literally become one with the disembodied spirits that you have begged to possess you. Endure, ladies. Well, hold on. Let me go back up. Let me tell you what this meant right here. That NLP was predicated on an intrinsically religious idea, namely concerned with the transcendent other. What they're saying is there is no NLP if you don't, if that particular patient is not into basically a monolithic ideal of God, or one God, and they want to become one with Him. So in essence, what I'm trying to tell you is this NLP was designed on that. That's what I'm just trying to tell you. I'm messing up, but it was designed on that. That was the platform. They knew this already. They knew this. I hope this came out right. If not, mind meld. We're gonna get back on the subject. I got some world possession, huge ones coming your way, and some other little pit stops. Man, this stuff is coming like this, like this, like this. So give me the time. Also, my work schedule has changed, so mind with me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, little sisters and brothers, endure.